to another episode of Passe Gaming. Mr. Frost, I am still messing with this goddamn game. I'm enjoying it a lot. It's a good game. Pardon me, I'm loading it as we speak. It's a good game. I'm really enjoying it. It looks really good. If you haven't played this before, you really should probably do yourself the favor and go out and get the goddamn game. It's really good. Not that I think very many people are going to be watching me at the moment, since Game of Thrones is currently on. It's getting close to ending soon, so be my chance to strike. Why is this not letting me post? I'm loading it up to the website. I don't always post the when I'm live, but you know, I'm gonna try to do it a little bit more often. Not that I have a huge amount of subscribers, but like the few that bother following me, I'd like them to, you know, actually be able to follow me. I'm waiting for it to upload. Just give me a moment, because now I'm going to share it. Alright. So, let's see what we got going on. Oh shit, I remember what I was doing. We are trying to... There's a monster we're trying to get, right? Is that always the thing? I'm always trying to get something, some sort of stupid-ass monster. I believe it's the... No, I am trying to get that motherfucker. 2 more to go. The Thunderbug. Okay, I know where they're at, so... Do I remember where they're at? Yeah, I know where they're at. Yes! That'll be all the monsters here. I'll actually have an area completely finished. Well, I have a couple areas completely finished. Oh shit, that's right. Let's see if Guns is on. He might be watching Game of Thrones. I'll send him an invite. I think he's probably watching Game of Thrones. Who isn't? I picked up the beta for Destiny 2. I might give it a shot one day, maybe broadcast that. I wasn't a huge fan of I played the first one. I mean, I got it when it first came out. I was super excited for it. And then after like the first couple of weeks, whatever magic was there was gone. I know one of my buddies really enjoys it. You know, he's still playing it now, but I don't know what the fuck. Hey, what's up?
Chilling.
Or maybe it is my headset. Is there a volume control? Oh my god, there's a volume control. Talk again?
Hello?
Oh my god, I didn't realize there was a volume control on my fucking headset.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, and I kept yelling at Archie last night. I'm like, I can't fucking hear you. No, it's the same one. I just never realized there was a volume control on it. I've always used the volume control like from the quick menu. Oh well. I should just always keep it all the way up and then. All right.
Yeah.
So what are you doing now in Metal Gears?
I just started The Man Who Sold the World.
Oh, you're at the end.
Yeah, I figured because I just lost Quiet and this game can fuck itself.
Oh. Yeah,
Her and Snake were gonna go off together and make babies.
Yeah, they were.
She was never gonna talk. It would have been the perfect relationship. She could have never yelled at him when he got old and fat.
That's...
Told him how much she hated him.
You already sold me. You don't have to... I'm already down.
Yeah, we gotta get Robin a vocal cord parasite.
I like it.
So I'm assuming that the basis for Metal Gear Survive is like, oh, Snake missed one.
No, I think Metal Gear Survive is alternate universe reality cash grab. Because remember,
You
like,
didn't kill all the weird zombie guys inside the fucking medical facility.
no, because because Metal Gear Survive takes place in 1974.
Oh.
Remember when because right after Snake leaves, when Outer Heaven or whatever it was called then, their military establishment and Ground Zeroes,
yeah.
right after he leaves is when that game takes place.
Okay.
It's dumb.
I thought Outer Heaven was an oil rig.
Oh, wow, you're actually not at the end of the game. Are you? You're doing mission 46, right? Oh, yeah, you got the real ending.
Yeah. I did?
Yeah, the Man Who Sold the World is the real ending.
Awesome. I don't know how I managed that.
And then after you watch it, you're going to be like, what the fuck?
It's going through the stupid hospital shit again.
Yeah.
Now I have to see Quiet come in and try to kill me, who I didn't realize was Quiet.
Nope, you're to die.
Until after they were like, yeah, it was Quiet trying to kill you. I was like, what?
And then your mind's going to be blown. And not only that, but that ending, apparently, even though I haven't technically seen it yet, I just know of it, explains what happens. It gives you a kind of a lead into what happened in the original Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2.
Yeah.
Because I think I remember there's something about you get like a cassette tape and you flip it over and it has the name of the original, like, Operation Interlude 1. Was it 131? Or 151?
Well, do you care about seeing that? Like, do you want to see this ending for yourself, or?
Yeah, I want to see it for myself. But
so you care about spoilers?
Yeah. Well, I kind of know. I already know what happens. It was already spoiled for me. What happened?
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, it's Operation Interlude and 313. My bad.
Holy shit, so that whole thing with Eli makes sense.
Yep. Oh, are you out of the hospital now?
No. But, I just saw a picture. Like, there's differences with the beginning, the opening hospital scene, and this. Like, immediately. I was like, wait, what the fuck? What is going on? And then I just saw a picture, that kind of put it into perspective. And I remember them talking about in a cassette tape how they did a DNA marker on Eli.
Yep, that's what you're about to find out. Yeah, because you know why everyone. Well, you know, I wonder if you can share play. No, I guess I can't because I'm in the middle of broadcasting. I guess I can't broadcast and then jump in and watch your shit. Oh, that's too bad.
The only thing I'll know is, I guess I'll find out maybe who the guy in the bandages is.
Yeah, you will.
Okay.
What picture are you talking about that made you realize that Eli is not who you think it is, a clone?
So, when you wake up right before Quiet kills the doctor and he shows you the picture of you guys on Outer Heaven,
Yeah.
the first picture, there's more to that picture than what you're seeing the first time in the very first mission. So, when he moves his hand, there's a third dude standing there with Snake and Miller.
Yeah.
And you're the third dude.
Yeah.
And in the hospital, I guess they give you reconstructive surgery to make you look like Snake. So like the whole game is basically a lie.
Yeah. Isn't that
the reason you can go out on like missions or do side ops with random dudes is because you're not actually anybody of importance.
Well, that gets explained away like real quick.
Yeah.
You are like you weren't someone of importance, but you become someone of importance, and
yeah.
he explains like at the end he'll give you a tape and it explains why he did it and what he was trying to accomplish and prove. Because he doesn't consider at this point, you'll see, you'll love it.
And then like Huey screaming about how you're not the big boss he remembers when you're going through the medical facility and killing all the dudes.
Yeah, and that's also why. Did you fight the red dude, the man on fire? There's a point where
I don't remember fighting him directly.
Well then, you must have missed something. Because there's a point where he gets up in your grill, like literally an inch from your face, and he just kind of stares at you for a minute, and then he's like, "Fuck it," and then just walks away. And then you're like, "What?" Because he wasn't looking for you.
When you have to recover his body?
Yes, you have to recover his body, and then okay. Yeah.
Because I thought that was weird as fuck, because he stops, and then he just kind of falls over, and then you get his sword. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It's
so weird.
It's bizarre.
But, like, the reason Eli's DNA marker doesn't match with who you're playing as is because he's not him.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, because Eli's 100% Liquid Snake. Like that's like it's, and he came from England, so he has the fucking and he even talks about when he was a child soldier. So we already kind of.
That's more lore than I would know.
Well, God, I know like a ridiculous amount of lore about that game, like in general of the whole series.
I know enough to get by in an argument with somebody who knows as much or less than I do.
Well, that works.
But if I was talking to like a fucking Metal Gear super fan, they'd be like, "You're an idiot." Yep, fair enough.
It's hard. Metal Gear has a lot of confusing lore, and it's hard to keep up with unless you really, really pay attention.
Do I have to play this whole mission again?
Yes.
This is like one of my least favorite things about the game.
Yeah, you have to play.
It makes sense now, but like with the first time I went through it, the whole time I'm like, dude, you're fucking Snake! Get up off the ground, you bitch! I lost my memory. No, you didn't. Shut up. I lost muscle mass too. Stop being a bitch, Snake. Get off the ground.
He doesn't know. He did lose.
Take that bandana off him though.
Why? Oh, because he's not Snake.
Yeah,
Good.
you need to wear a fucking bandana.
It's gonna blow you away once you realize who it is. And then it'll make you regret not playing Ground Zeroes.
Probably not.
It's like 15 minutes of your life. It really is. Like, literally, you don't even have to do the other missions. Just do the one, and then you're like, done.
Do it like a Hollywood film series, right? You go through the first couple of movies, and then it goes back to a prequel.
Fair enough.
Have you seen the trailer for Thor Ragnarok?
Oh my god, it looks so good.
Comic-Con?
Yeah.
It looks amazing.
Oh yeah, it looks like a lot of fun.
There's a part of me though that like is afraid that the trailer is gonna be way better than the movie. That was a damn good trailer.
It looks like, just based on the trailer alone, it looks like it's going to be a fun, little more. I mean, it's still going to be like a Marvel film, but it feels like I've noticed like Thor movies tend to be more lighthearted. Like there's a lot of comedy jammed into a Thor movie.
For what you would assume a Thor movie would entail, there's a lot more comedy.
Yeah. And then you're like, Thor's kind of silly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he is.
I like that Hulk is actually talking in this one.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm glad they got around to that. Like, because even the Hulk in the comics finally gets around to where he figures out how to start talking.
Yeah.
And I like how like Hulk's talking about how badass he is, and Thor's like, "No, I'm badass too." Hulk's like, "No, I'm badass."
Hulk is like raging fire. Thor like smoldering fire.
Is it you?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then he's all sad because he lost his hammer, but it explains why them two aren't around for Civil War.
Yeah.
And I think it's supposed to lead right into Infinity War.
Yeah, it is. Infinity War. If I remember correctly, Infinity War is going to be the next film.
The village took small heed of
but I could be wrong because Black Panther
so long as the wood herself is safe from harm, the Viera give
Captain
little
Marvel
care
has
to
to come
goings
out
on
too.
beyond her.
Yeah.
Unless they're going to introduce Captain Marvel in Infinity War and then do her solo film.
Well, it doesn't look like 2000. It doesn't look like Infinity War is being released until 2018 in the I think the fall or it might be the spring.
They took me then.
We're gonna get Defenders on August 8th.
I've seen it. I'm excited. It looks fun.
That the Viera well suited this end.
And
I saw
then,
the light coming from the stone, and then
fucking Justice League, I think, is gonna be out before next year.
Yeah, Justice League comes out in November.
From the Dawn Shard drove me too into such a rage.
I kind of want to see that just to see who the big surprise reveal is.
Not by the Dawn
Because I watched the trailer from Comic-Con, and there's a part at the very end of the trailer where Alfred looks up and he's talking to someone, and like there's a huge emphasis on the word hope in his dialogue, which makes a lot of people think that it's going to be the return of Superman.
Well, Superman is coming back, but that's not him.
But there's also before that, there's some kind of like spoiler about 2 rings or something. So people think it's going to be Hal Jordan. And I saw one guy who talked about that specific scene and says it's going to be that guy who was directing the film in the beginning. What's his name?
I hope you're right about that.
Zack Snyder?
Yeah.
That's going to be his return to the Justice League.
You've given us hope.
That's sad, but at the same time hilarious.
Yeah, well, whatever. Wonder Woman was really good, and I think Justice League looks like it has definitely potential to be better than. I mean, it's not hard to be better.
Zack Snyder had to like take his leave from that film,
heard the woods
They couldn't
whispers.
have picked anybody better than picking Joss
Take
Whedon to
it.
pick up the rest of his.
Oh yeah,
work.
100%. That was,
Dante's tear is
and a lot of it was already
Pass
done.
through the
Joss
wood and
Whedon
leave.
went in there and
Yeah.
cleaned
To
everything
other
up.
places go. That cannot be all.
I wonder if he's ever going to
I
be
saw it when I left the
working
village.
with Marvel
Ivalice is
again now,
changing.
though.
Why not?
How can the Vieira
Or if
stand
they're
and
going to
do
be like,
nothing at all?
you fucking left us and went
Ivalice
and
is
worked
for
on a
the
DC movie,
humans.
suck a dick.
The wood alone is for us. But that
No,
is...
I don't know, because what's his face is actually going back to play as. Oh, I forgot to tell you. So, guess who's in the running to play as the new Green Lantern?
Who?
Just guess.
Is it Josh Brolin?
Nope. Actually, there's two Green Lanterns, but we're just gonna go with the
my
one
God,
for
is it
now.
Ryan Reynolds?
Yep.
That would actually be great. He wasn't.
He was
wasn't the worst
approached.
part of the Green Lantern movie.
No,
The
he
movie
wasn't. It
itself
was just.
shit.
It was not only that, but like they way overdid it with the computer graphics, and it just looked bad. And I think he's actually considering going back and doing it again. Like, fuck it, why not?
Yeah. That's like fucking when people talk about Daredevil and how bad that film was.
It wasn't Ben Affleck. It was the directing,
No,
man.
it wasn't Ben Affleck's fault.
He put his heart and his soul to that fucking thing.
Yeah.
That's the same reason why he dropped out of being a director, because he's like, oh god, he's like, everyone wants like this, that, and this. He's like, I don't want to fucking take a fall for not being as good as Christopher Nolan movie, because that's a tall glass to to stand up to. But you know what it sounds like they're gonna do now is they're gonna make it like a noir film, where it's very detective-y. Like, he's basically like a detective who punches the shit out of people. I actually think that would be a really good change of pace to see a side of Batman that, is basically who the fuck he is in the comics. Yeah, in the comics he's a detective. And it's less punchy in the face. I mean, it's still gadgets and face punching, but it's a lot of detective.
You need the gadgets and the face punching to keep people interested, but they also need to do the detective shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm down.
Doing half the character.
So we'll have to wait and see what they're gonna do. I hope I'm 100% down for the noir setup. That sounds fun to me.
I too wish to live free.
Dark.
As much as I'd rather prefer
wood.
the punch in the face
Do
and the
not do
gadgets and the
this.
flashy bullshit.
You
You're
must
doing that
remain
character
away from the
injustice.
humans.
Yeah, I mean, I like all that
Stay
stuff.
with
I
the
want it in
woods.
there too. I mean,
Live
you could still
together
have
with the
gadgets, like just like the Arkham series,
is
where he's like,
your
"Oh,
home.
look at my crazy gadgets! I can see fingerprints." That's
I am no
impossible, but
longer
I have
of
it because
you.
I'm rich. And you're like,
If
okay,
there isn't a part in the
You are
Justice
rich.
League movie
I have discarded
where
wood and
the
village.
Green Lantern asks Batman
won
what
my
his superpowers
freedom.
are and then freaks out
Yet
because
my
he's
past
just a
has
man in
been
a
cut away
suit.
forever.
I'm going to be really sad.
No
Actually,
longer can my ears hear the
there is a
green
part
glow.
like that in the movie, but it's not Green Lantern who asks that question. I think it's
You want me,
who
Adam?
the fuck is it? Is it Aquaman? It's one of them asks them like, "What's your
Sister.
powers?" And he's like, "I'm rich," and then just hops in his
man.
car and drives off.
Only one sister remains to you
Yes,
now.
he is.
You must forget my
I'm
existence.
rich.
That'd be great.
It really would be.
I am sorry to make
God,
you
get
do
off
this.
me, you creepy fuck.
She goes against the laws of the wood. I threw down these laws. It is better that I do this. Better I than one who must uphold these laws herself.
I really stopped giving a fuck towards the end of this game.
Yeah. Well, did you see the point where, like, did you feel where the tone shifted, where it went from like being interesting and fun and a good story, and then all of a sudden it was like, what the fuck happened? Everything just fell apart.
I feel like after you beat the Philanthropist, at OKB, and
It's around there where
also
everything just fell apart.
yeah, after that, it kind of just got fucking weird. And like, if this is like the end of the game, like there's serious unresolved.
Yeah. I mean, that's the problem. That game was supposed to be the one that answers all the questions, and then it just left more. And a lot of the problem was, like I said, it was unfinished, and they didn't let him finish. You gotta remember,
Especially
too.
like if this is the true ending. Like, what the fuck happened to Eli, who jumped in a giant robot and just dipped the fuck out?
Well, like I said, if you got the collector's edition, there's a unfinished real ending, like that was originally planned, plus other stuff that never made it into the game because Konami rush. But
Yeah.
Eli ends up having some weird, like, children of, God, what is it called again? A Lord of Flies kind of deal, where there's a whole bunch of them living on the island, and Snake shows up, and he's like, yo, give me that fucking shit back. And then Eli's like, fine, and it takes off with Psycho Mantis and stuff like that, and then you have to fight him. It's supposed to be like a huge fight with Eli in the Metal Gear, where it's like tanks and helicopters, like it goes fucking ballistic crazy with the fighting. And then and all that got cut out, and you could watch it as a cutscene, a partially finished cutscene. It's a shame. Like, when I've seen that video, I was like, why would they have done that? Like, they literally... if they had that ending in the game, plus the one like you're doing now, minus, like, the whole reliving it again, your face would have melted. Because it would have been like, that was awesome! But they didn't do it. Like I said, I blame Konami. They couldn't just wait until the game was finished. They had to have it done. That's why they made them do Ground Zeroes, because they were complaining it took too long. And Ground Zeroes was originally going to be just a little bit of the very beginning of the game. Like, it was supposed to be all one, and then they forced them. It's a fucking mess. It's a shame.
They need to do like a fucking super final edition of this game.
I agree, but it'll never happen.
I think they should make that happen.
You could probably find that missing mission on YouTube if you actually want to care to watch it, and then you can. I mean, there's dialogue and stuff, but all it does is make you sad.
Put the child gone from under our
Well, it does, because you're like, why the fuck is that awesomeness not in the goddamn game?
It's
a shame, because I love Metal Gear, and I loved that game, but up to a certain point, the story was just like you could tell when everything fell apart, like within Kojima's office, like because it just stops.
It's been my favorite one, probably because it's the most accessible one, even with the fucking weirdness and the plot twists and the fucking it's easier to follow along. Like, I remember when I was playing Metal Gear Solid 2. Oh, butt zoom in.
Very nice. Very nice. You have to.
Like, there's a point in that story where, I have no idea what the fuck is going on. All I remember is Lale Lulelo.
Unfortunately, Metal Gear 2 is known for that. That's another one where the original game happened. His original plan was supposed to be about terrorism in the Middle East and stuff like that. And after 9/11 happened, a giant chunk of the game just got axed, and then they were like, we gotta do something different now, because that very beginning, because it was supposed to be all Solid Snake, and a lot of people don't realize when you play that very beginning bit, that is the original part of the original game, and then all the rest was just kind of cobbled together, and then they were like, well, fuck, let's make a game for girls.
I don't remember anything about that game except for probably 2/3 of the way through it, Lale Lulelo, and then you fight a dude on a roof with a rocket launcher.
No, you don't fight him with a rocket launcher, you fight him with a katana blade.
Really? Because I fought him with a rocket launcher.
Oh no, you're talking about the fat man with the rollerblades. Yeah, that sounds about right. You fought him with a rocket launcher? Fuck you!
If I have the opportunity to fight something with a rocket launcher, I'm gonna fight it with a rocket launcher.
That's fair. I mean, I'm a fanboy, so I can't, I love everything they did, almost everything they did. But that doesn't mean I don't have a lot of complaints.
Yeah.
And 5, I feel they could have. I mean, because the gaming world, when that came out, it received stellar reviews, but everyone's same complaint was it feels unfinished. The last half of the game feels unfinished. That's because it fucking is.
Yeah. It's a solid game. Like I said, they're my favorite. I haven't played many of them, but they're the ones I have played. This is the best.
Yeah, and plus it has a really
It's-
nice system. Like, everything in that game works well.
Ridiculous. If a stupid person like me can get S's on missions, then oh,
Well, like I
doing
said,
something
once
to
you
it.
once you unlock all that good shit, it's not that hard. There's a couple where you're like, because I had a few stages where I just want to punch the fucking wall, but
Yeah.
After that it's fairly simple.
That fucking one right before Quiet leaves, where you have to fight all the fucking...
See, I never got to her leaving. The furthest I got,
Really?
yeah, the furthest I got was I saved. I wonder if you got all the secrets. You probably didn't. I'll ask in a minute.
Yeah.
The furthest I ever got was you had to go around and save the Indian guy, and then
Who?
the Indian spear talker.
Oh, yeah, he's not Indian. Well, he's Native American, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
He's Navajo.
Goddamn Navajo. What movie is that from?
I don't know.
Young Justice. Well, not Young Justice.
Okay.
Young Guns. My bad. Yeah. So where did I get to? I'm trying to... Did you find... See, again, because you didn't play... You played the one, Portable Ops. Well, not Portable Ops. You played, Oh, what happened?
I just, I was supposed to go prone, and I took a step forward, and the guard was like, "Hey, look at you!" Shoot.
Do you remember the little girl who was all about peace and love, and then she turns out to be a traitorous bitch in the, That's not Portable Ops. It's the fucking other one. Peace Walker.
Peace Walker?
Yeah.
Was it Paz?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you find her on base?
I did not, but I read that if you go up on top of the medical platform, you can find her.
Yeah, she's up there, and then you go through a whole series of, like, really strange, like, surreal... He was clearly on, like, having fever dreams. I think that kind of stuff, they probably should have made it more pronounced, because like, only towards the end it starts falling apart, where you're like, oh, this is not who I thought it was, like...
Yeah.
Because they had me fooled for a while.
That she was there.
Well, actually...
I would have gone through this entire game
without even
not
knowing.
have known.
Yeah. The only way I would have known is because by walking by the door, it just opens up, and then you're like, oh, what? And the only other hint you'll ever see in the game, which most people miss, is when you're in a helicopter at night, if you zoom into your reflection on the glass, it's not your face. It's the face of the man who you really are.
Really?
Yep. It's the one that you made in the beginning of the game.
Huh.
See, no one would have known. I only noticed because I seen it in a... things you probably missed in Metal Gear Solid 5, and there's a lot of really good ones where you're like, well, what the fuck? Like, I would have tried making... Well, I like that being a secret like it was, but like the pause thing, I think they should have made that more pronounced. You know, because that's interesting. God, that game's... I love that game. You know, flaws and all. Still a good game.
And are we sure that the third boy is Psycho Mantis?
The floaty boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Psycho Mantis.
His actual name is the third boy.
Yeah. I don't know why they put him in there. You know, Kojima loves him, so I have it because he somehow finds a way to jam him in every goddamn game.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, you like Psycho Mantis? So do I. And he just, bloop, jams him in. Did you get out of there? Are you driving in the Jeep yet?
No, I'm not out yet.
All right, because that's the end once you're on the Jeep.
They're a bunch of soldiers are about to get ruined by Volgan in the hallway.
Volgan, man. And a lot of the stuff with him was really neat too. And that game has a lot of weird, subtle, small details that are amazing, but only if you know they're there. And part of the problem is like, it's like, how are you supposed to know that's there if you're, you know, if no one like, I think it's supposed to be like a word of mouth kind of thing.
Yeah. Like how games used to be.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty
like,
much.
There was like internet, like 17 fucking different places on the internet you could go.
Yeah. And like we would be, and you'd be like, "Yo, did you see? You know, did you know this happens?" And you'd be like, "What?" And then you'd run home and try it, and you're like, "Oh my god, awesome!" Or you would hear things and then find out they're not real, and you're like, "What?" So there's a Silent Hills reference. I'm just looking at some of the Easter eggs.
Yeah, there's a cassette tape you can find from PT.
Did you see Quiet's Rain Dance?
I did not.
No.
I think. I don't know. Is that where she just takes a shower?
No. It's raining outside. You get back from a mission. You have to have full, like, your bonus be 60% or higher. And to trigger the scene, Quiet must be with Snake in that chopper and return to Mother Base during any rainy condition. And she'll come out and just start like, playing in the rain with Snake and being all sexy.
Nope, did not see that. She was the one I maxed out first, too. I didn't really go back to Mother Base often.
Oh, well, I go there just to go check on her. And then check on the animals and stuff like that. Oh, here you go. When Snake finds Ocelot on Mother Base, shooting him in the head with the tranquilizer gun will make him mutter one of the 4 phrases in sequence. He'll say, lolly lay lay low.
Are they even a thing, right? Like...
Yeah, because remember, he's a part of it.
Yeah. But were they a thing in the 80s?
Yeah. It was a thing in the 80s. In the 70s, it wasn't. He's already, double agent thing. I'm trying to find...
So, is Ishmael Naked Snake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which made him getting his ass kicked all the funnier. I got this. Whack! He's like throwing like fucking bedpans and shit at Quiet. Like, oh no, I got this. It's like, no, you don't. You're an idiot. Yeah. And unfortunately, it's, you know, you had to play through the entire game and get S rank and then go ahead and fucking, you know, go through all that fucking shit. Did you know you could take down a man on fire with a water pistol?
Can you really?
Yep. It's Kojima, so yeah, sounds about right.
I got a shitty suppressor. Uh-oh. It's the same fucking gun. Got more bullets though. I'm gonna take that one.
Did you ever manage to get your horn to grow bigger?
Oh yeah.
Did you...
It got out of control, and then I was like, I should probably do more heroic things.
Yeah, because if you keep going, eventually you become blood-soaked, and you're always blood-soaked no matter what you do.
Yeah, you become Demon Snake. If
Yeah.
you build a nuke, you immediately transform into Demon Snake.
Hey, sometimes you need a nuke.
I was thinking about building one, but then I was like, I don't really want to make myself a target.
Fuck that, I'll make it a nuke.
I haven't done any FOB shit. Like, I built 2 of them, but I haven't done any of the, like, multiplayer stuff. So, no one has attacked me.
The multiplayer stuff's actually a lot of fun.
But I did try the event stuff, and it's so fucking difficult.
It is, in the beginning. You get used to it after a while. Like, I've done a lot of them, and I had a lot of fun messing around with a lot of that stuff. I like just setting up my fucking base and then watching people get ruined when they try to come into it.
Yeah.
That's too bad that you can't play as Hideo Kojima. Fucking bastards. Such a good game. We're running around listening to the fucking Man Who Sold the World. Bow, 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 bow. I'm like, yes. Yes. Snake. Snake. Alright, so we did...
I don't want to watch these cutscenes again, but I don't want to miss anything.
What cutscenes are you up to now?
Ishmael's looking for a thing to drive, and Psycho Manus is moving things with his face.
Oh yeah, you might want to watch, because as soon as you get into the car, it's game. You know, you'll go through that and then it ends.
I was trying to get through that little stairway section without getting spotted, but I can't do it. I'm not that good. And then I had to kill all the dudes, which is fine by me.
Sometimes you gotta kill all the dudes, dude.
I kill all the dudes so much.
I didn't kill very many dudes. I'm very, when I go through the game, I typically, like, I'm old school where I'll just go through and kill nobody if I can.
If I'm doing side ops, like, I'll take my time to identify everybody, and then I'll mark the dudes that are important, which is usually like 2 or 3, and then everybody else gets a bullet.
And then everybody else dies. Alright, I like it.
And boasters. If, like, I see a boaster with an S rank, I don't give a shit. He gets a bullet. When you get him back to Mother Base, that's not an S rank anymore.
Well, that and troublemakers, too.
Yeah, they all get fired. I hate troublemakers.
So do I. It's like, why? It's like, get the fuck out of here.
I had an issue with troublemakers where, I don't know how I managed it, but there was like 3 or 4 of them in the same facility, and they came out of the brig, immediately caused problems. 3 of them went into sickbay, and they would come out of sickbay, immediately cause problems, go right back into the sickbay, and I couldn't get rid of them.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
dicks!
Yep. And then, I sent one of them on a combat operation, and I think he died. And then I was able to get rid of the other two.
One thing that sucks is like some of them guys you get in the very beginning of the game, like you can't get rid of. They won't let you fucking... So I usually just stick them in spots where it's super dangerous and I hope they die. It's like, no offense, but like you're like a C rank at the most, at the very most, so I don't want you around at all.
Yeah. With the point where I'm at now, like if you're below a fucking A+, I don't need you.
Yeah. What'd you think
And
of that?
I was having issues for a little while where I would send guys on combat operations and they would have like an S rank guy with them. And they'd be like, there's a 5% chance somebody's gonna die. And every single time the S rank guy would die.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So I just stopped sending them until I had like 3 or 4.
What'd you think of Destiny 2?
Well, I didn't really get to play it. There's like 2 story missions you get to do, but everything else you need PlayStation Plus for. So I didn't really get an opportunity to check it out. Archie and G were enjoying it.
Yeah. I started downloading it. I mean, I'm super on the fence about it because I remember how I went out and bought the first one. I just was not fucking happy. That's one of them games where where it only got better through updates and like, you know, over time.
You might want to download Happy Dungeon.
What's that?
It's a free-to-play, 4-player action RPG, and it's made by the guys that did Happy Wars.
Really?
Yeah. It's like Happy Wars, but yeah.
Happier.
RPG guys. Yeah, we get it, Vulcan. You're a badass.
We get it. We get it.
Maybe if somebody would have done their job of killing him right in the first place, make it Snake.
That's fair. That's a fair assessment. He's like, hey, fuck you.
I tried. It's not my fault. Some little kid brought him back to life. Oh yeah, I gotta shoot this guy. Pull these... Oh, I'm out. Run him over! You're waking up 9 years after Ground Zero is really causing us just a whole bunch of fucking problems.
Why is that?
Because that's when, Psycho Mantis realizes the full extent of his powers, and then he brings back Vulcan into the Man on Fire, and then he like meets up with Skullface and like feeds off Skullface's emotions and makes him more of a dick than he already was.
Yeah, because Skullface, they should have made him more bad guy-y. Because he felt like... I didn't hate him. I mean, he was a dick. I mean, I hated him for, you know, killing Paz and you know, destroying Mother Base and all that stuff. And poor Master Miller has no arms or legs or anything.
He's got one arm and one leg, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, but, like... It's not like...
There was, the trailer, the first trailer for Infinity War leaked at Comic-Con. It wasn't supposed to be out yet.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where the Guardians are flying through space. And there's like some big battle, and something hits the windshield of the ship, and you just hear Rocket in the background screaming, "Wipers, wipers, get it off!" And it's Thor who hits the windshield.
Is it really?
Dude, yeah. I'm in the ambulance, and that part where the dude hits the windshield just made me think of that.
I'm really excited to see how they bring everybody together. Well, I mean, obviously Thor and the Hulk are running around in space, so that is kind of obvious how they're going to, somehow mix and, get involved with the Guardians. But, like, it's going to be weird seeing, like, the space people with the magic people with, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think Hulk is going to be in Infinity War, though.
I seen the poster. He's in it.
He's never around when they actually deal with Thanos in the comics. Because Thanos recognizes the Hulk is fucking too much. So he always manages to get rid of him somehow.
Really?
Yeah. He's the one. The Hulk is the one being on Earth that Thanos doesn't want to fight with, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, I was just gonna say because he's basically unstoppable. He can't stop Hulk. Yeah, he can't stop Hulk.
Truth. I only got a B. Oh well.
I'm trying to
codename Batman.
Well, that ain't bad. I'm trying to figure out.
I think there's gonna be like 7 hours of cutscene now.
No, it's not that long.
Oh shit. Yo, fuck you, Ocelot!
Why did he Ocelot?
He just pulled fucking Snake out of the ambulance and left my ass hanging there.
Yeah.
I guess I should be.
You're not you're not big boss. You're little boss. Wow, these guys are so strong. Run. I'm actually running. Weird.
With a fucking motorcycle?
Yep. And he's all badass looking, and you're like, what the fuck? Why am I badass looking?
Yeah. I'd rather have a motorcycle than a stupid fucking horse. He hands him a passport. Snake opens it. And Ocelot says, "That's your name as of today." And at the top where it says name, it just says Snake. That's what I named my dude in the beginning.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Now you should be able to. Now there should be a scene, like from the beginning of the game, and you get a disc and you put it in, and then that explains everything else you need to know, and then the end.
Oh,
Q.
we got a real cigar.
Yeah, fucking Big Boss is not a pussy. Let's be real.
Yeah. Smoke that fake cigar. You fucking constantly light with the eye droid. Like, oh, I'm a smoker. No, it's an e-cigar. Shut up.
It's like, smoking's bad for you. It's like, who gives a shit? Fucking, Big Boss smoked to the day he fucking died. Literally.
How else am I supposed to see fucking laser tripwires?
Exactly. I still wish there was more indoor stuff. I missed that.
Yeah.
I think if they had more indoor levels, but with those same controls, oh my god, it would have so good. It would have been delicious. Ah, well. You can't get everything you want, but if you try sometimes.
So, was it still Kiefer Sutherland doing Snake's voice at the end?
Yep.
That's dumb. They should have had fucking what's his name do it.
They should have, but that's what we all thought. Because especially when we heard that there was a, when you know it went around the forums, everyone's like, "Oh, there's another ending. It's the truth. Oh my god!" And everyone thought that was gonna be him, but nope. It would have made
1964 mission Operation Snake Eater, Death of the Boss. Sorry, I have a scrolling wall of text.
Oh yeah.
Comatose Volgan is transported to a research facility in the outskirts of Moscow. Code Talker begins his research of the end remains. 1965, the Congo crisis is brought to a close. 67, China conducts its first hydrogen bomb test. 68, Cuba disappears last in noise. 69, the U.S. Department of Defense successfully sends its first message using ARPANET. I can read.
I can read.
1970, the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons enters into force. Major Zero disbands clock. 71, the Democratic Republic of the Congo changes its name to Zaire. 72, the L'Enfants Terribles project begins. Clones of Big Boss are born. Eli, Liquid Snake, and David. Solid Snake. David? Really?
That's his name, yeah.
Big Boss parts ways with Zero. 73. Code Talker discovers a strain of archaea that metabolizes uranium. Before India conducts an atomic bomb test, Peace Walker incident, U.S. and Soviet Union agree on a general framework for the second round of salt. 75. Mother Base is destroyed. Zero hides Big Boss in a hospital on Cyprus and leaves him in Ocelot's care. Skullface is on South Africa. Parasite and resurrect. Parasites are resurrected to reverse evolution. Ho Chi Minh campaign leads to the fall of Saigon and Vietnam's reunification. Soyuz and Apollo spacecraft dock in. 76. The Enfant Terribles project is abandoned. Eli is taken to Great Britain. Zero suffers brain damage. Fuck you, Skullface! 77, an underground nuclear test site is discovered beneath the Kalahari Desert. Bowing to international pressure, the South African government abandons the site. Zero visits Big Boss and disappears to the 29, the Iranian Revolution leads to Iran hostage. Eli escapes his handlers in Africa and disappears. President Somoza defects following the FSLN uprising in the Nicaraguan Revolution. Double satellite observes double flash in South African waters, Indian Ocean. Soviet Union invades Afghanistan, bringing an end to the conflict. Whatever that is. 1980, Iran-Iraq war breaks out, and the ripple effects of Iraq. Emrich's first child is born with strange love. He is named Hal. Dude, Huey was a dick.
I did not like. Yeah, Huey's not a cool person. Well, you gotta remember, in Metal Gear 2, Huey both Huey and his sister, or Hal and his sister, talk about how shitty their father was. So that was expected. He was a very, well, you know, I had to do it kind of thing. Like, shut the fuck up, Huey, you piece of shit.
Wait, Skullface died in 1984?
Yeah. You might have missed the mission. There's a mission in there where who shoots him in the face? Master Miller goes over and shoots him in the face. After you get them fighting, so you get them fighting.
No, yeah, I saw that. That happens after you fight Sahelanthropus for the second time.
Yeah.
But I didn't like this game took place in 1 year.
Yep.
All right.
Do you have the mirror scene yet?
Huh?
Is the mirror scene up yet?
Yeah.
Alright.
That's going on now. And it's definitely dude's face.
Yep.
Horns all tiny and shit in the mirror. It said Operation something.
Yeah, it's Operation N313.
Operation Intrude.
Yeah, and that's the original. That's the original Metal Gear. How do you get rid of sap?
You gotta go to a save point. Or usually sooner.
You do not have that. Well, Van, you might just have to die like a man. Wow, these guys are hard. I might have gone the wrong way.
So now what? Now I have to play Metal Gear?
Metal Gear doesn't really have much of a story, I guess. The original NES one. That's pretty much the end. But so, in the original Metal Gear, you play as Solid Snake, and Big Boss is your boss. Like he's running the operation, and you have to go and fuck, who's still healing me? You have to go and infiltrate some sort of base where Metal Gear is being kept, and then what happens is you get there. Come on, kill Van, will you? I'm just waiting for Van to die. You get there and you find out, oh, Big Boss is the bad guy, because that Big Boss is actually not the real Big Boss. So the character you're playing is the villain from the original Metal Gear. However, the Big Boss from Metal Gear 2 is not is the real Big Boss. God, it's so confusing, because you kill him in the first Metal Gear, then you're like, oh shit, he's dead. But then you find out, oh look, he's not dead, he returned. And then you're like, you're like, how did that happen? Only to find out that there were two Big Bosses running around. And that's the big surprise. Wow, these guys are so hard. I don't know if I'm supposed to be here. And that weird screeching sound. Fun fact, if you had a certain type of computer, that actually brings up the original Metal Gear 2 game. That sound is the game. If you played the MSX and you, I believe it came on discs, and you played like the data, like played it as music, that's the sound that would come up. So someone listened to the sound from the first. So Ground Zeroes, you get a disc just like that one, and it has the first half of the game on it, and then the second disc you get in this game, it has the second half of the game on it. And combined, it's the whole game, which is bizarre and weird.
Yeah, Master Certificate Standard. Troop record. Codename Big Boss. And I got emblem parts: Big Boss, Outer Heaven, Zanzibar, Land, Heaven, Grey, Cyborg, Ninja. Oh, and that thing that I can't read, because I'm pretty sure that shit was in Russia. Ah, sweet Outer Heaven emblem part. And only legendary. Oh shit! Alright, S++, thank you. Oh, another one. And a third one! Alright, they're just giving me all types of S++s.
They're just giving, they're like, here, take them all. And you're like, okay.
I got 6, one for each division. Thank you for that. Let's go. Now what do I do?
Game's over. There's probably missions that you're missing.
Yeah.
You can go and find them and figure out how to unlock them.
My overall completion's 50%.
Yeah, sounds about right. There's a million other things you can do.
I have 66 hours in the game. Oh no, that's some tapes. Correction, I have 12 tapes. They must all be from the truth. Alright,
So wait a second. When you're going to, after the Eero Village in Final Fantasy XII, do you go right through the jungle to get to the next place? Or do you go south through the jungle to get to the next place?
go right. South is, there's some hard shit.
Oh, that's probably why I was struggling. Alright. Let's go back to the village real quick and save. Well, folks, you know me. I found a great place to grind, so I'm probably going to be doing a bunch of that for a little while. So, we're going to end this episode right on here. Thanks for joining us and listening to us talk about Metal Gear during Final Fantasy. Because Metal Gear's awesome.